How does the new petition to determine succession to primary residence affect things when you want to sell the probate home? We'll get into that next. Welcome back to the channel featuring the leading probate real estate team in all of California. I'm Brendan Mohr, Realtor, life member of the Masters Club, and certified probate and trust specialist by the California Association of Realtors.
And I'm Bill Heyman. I'm a licensed California professional fiduciary. I'm also a licensed California real estate broker, and I'm a registered and bonded California legal document assistant specializing in probate and trust work.
Now go ahead and like and subscribe, and if you've got a house to sell, we can help you avoid the cost and headache of probate and trust administration. Those services come with the listing at a phenomenal discount with no upfront fees, saving families thousands in costs. We can even help with the petition to determine succession to primary residence process. Our contact info is in the About section. Don't wait, reach out today. So you're thinking of using the new petition to determine succession to primary residence, and you qualify for that process. How does it affect things when you want to sell the house? Now, Bill, as someone who's probated thousands of estates, but this is a new process, but you've really familiarized yourself as much as possible with this new process. It just really started on April 1st, 2025.
Right.
Let me ask you a few questions here.
Sure.
About, when family members want to sell the house. Now, in general, does this new petition really speed things up?
That's an interesting question. And I've already gotten questions from a lot of people asking that same thing. And in all reality, it doesn't really speed it up. The process itself is shorter than a formal probate, but in terms of getting the home sold, it really doesn't speed things up. Getting the home sold, whether you use regular probate or this new process, you still have to get through that initial hearing date before you have the ability to sell the house. So it really does not speed things up at all.
So what you're saying is it can actually slow the process down?
Well, it actually can, because after the first hearing in the probate procedure, the court-appointed personal representative has the ability to sell the house right at that point. And a sale can go through in a matter of days after that happens. When you go through this new procedure, at the end of that first hearing, you essentially end up with an order from the court that says that, okay, this home is now tenants in common with all the heirs. Say there's 5 heirs. Each heir now owns 1/5 of the house. Now you've got to go list and sell it, and you've got 5 sellers. All 5 of those have to agree. They all have to sign all the real estate documents. It can actually slow down the process significantly, especially if you need to get the house sold in a hurry.
Yeah, that's a nightmare. You touched on something there that I do want to kind of explain. A lot of people will reach out to me and think that they can't sell a house in probate until the probate is over.
Correct.
And that is not true.
That's not true.
You just have to get to that first appointment where the court appoints an administrator or executor, and then you can sell the house.
Yep.
And then the probate process goes on. And the probate process, a lot of times, for the most part, the length of it is simply because of the court calendar.
Right.
It's not like you're doing something the whole time, I guess. But
yeah.
So there's multiple heirs. What if one of them, just one of them, doesn't want to sell? Because as you said, it's titled to all of them now. So all their names are on title, multiple heirs, one doesn't want to sell. What do you do?
Oh boy, that's a problem. What you have to do is you basically have to go and file what's called a partition action with the court, where the court basically will say, okay, we're going to force the sale of this house so that all the interested parties are on title can get their share. Because one person or 2 persons, heirs who don't want to sell, they can't deny the others their fair monetary share of that home. The problem with that is it's a legal action. You're more than likely going to have to hire a good attorney to get that done. And it's going to cost you. It's going to be expensive.
Yeah, when this whole process was coming in, I talked to multiple attorneys who told me this is going to increase partition actions. And really, The way I see it is attorneys are like, you use the petition to determine a succession of primary residence. More partition actions for me.
It could very well end up that way. And, it really could end up just costing people more money in the end.
Yeah, really could. Now, let's just say this is actually a fairly common situation in probate. The home's in foreclosure.
Yes. I mean, we have dealt with that. And I actually deal with probate homes in foreclosure quite a bit. And if you've got a probate home in foreclosure and you go through this new procedure, the petition to determine succession of primary residence, you have no ability to get any emergency actions done. You have to wait until that first hearing date before you can do anything. And the problem is some courts, I'll give you an example. Right now, San Joaquin County Court, when I go to ask for a hearing date, it's 90 days out to get a hearing date, 3 months. You got a home in foreclosure, you can't afford to wait 3 months. Now with a regular probate, yes, you have that first hearing date to get the appointment, but you also have the option and opportunity to file what's called ex parte and get emergency orders. And you can get those within a couple days after you've filed the initial petition. You can file emergency orders to get the home listed and sold with a regular probate. Can't do that with the petition for succession, the new procedure. So yeah, if you got a probate home in foreclosure, I would suggest you use the regular probate process, not this new procedure.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Now, if you are going the petition to determine succession route and you're looking on selling the house, please reach out to us because Bill will handle that whole process for you, and it's included in our fee. And of course, if it makes more sense for you to probate it, well, we do that at a substantial savings as well. So either way, please reach out to us, like and subscribe to this video. Thank you.